Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist. Welcome back to the Doki Doki Literature Club Summertime Mod. This is episode 4. So, remember in the last episode, of course, myself and Sayori had our little day out at the park. Herr Glutfat kind of fell into a river and had a bit of an embarrassing moment. But we also had some choices during that day out, and I don't know if I did it correctly. I'm not sure. I have no idea. It gave me a couple of opportunities, from a sort of list of 3 responses, so maybe that'll affect how the game pans out. Maybe I screwed up, I don't know. I'm hoping that, maybe I'll have got myself down the Sayori route, possibly. But now we're back here at home. As promised, I'm recording this episode straight after the last one, so, I just want to see how it turns out. I'll probably have a little bit of a recording session, maybe do at least one more episode after this, I'm not sure. Okay, we also discovered that apparently Herr Glutfat actually has voice acting of sorts in this game, or in this mod rather. Just one sort of yawning sound. It's Wednesday, my dudes. I get the feeling that there's a lot of people, well, let's say a lot, there's maybe a few writers on this, because some of the writing style comes across as a bit different, like this, for example. I mean, since when has Herr Glutfat used the term my dudes? I climb out of my bed and drag myself to the bathroom. Water comes out of the toilet before it enters the shower. What? Comes out of the toilet? I mean, yeah, you have water in the toilet, but the water shouldn't be coming out of it. Sounds like to me like you need to get a plumber in there, Herr Glutfat. Something doesn't sound right. I mean, why even mention this? It seems a bit of a weird topic, but okay. No surprise there. They don't do it on their own, only on my command as I go through my morning routine. Going back to my den, a familiar jingle greets me. It's a very weird start to the episode, but okay. I got a text, yeah. Most likely from Mom. After taking the device into my hand, I'm faced with an unusual sight. The text isn't from Mom at all, yeah? It's from Sayori. Did she lock herself into her bedroom and needs me to save her from herself? The text reads, "Hi, Herr Glutfat, it's a Sayori. Just want to tell you I'm staying home because I'm not feeling well. Don't worry, I'll get better soon, probably. If you meet the other girls, I'll be sure to have all the fun I can. Weird. I'm the one who falls into the water and she's the one who gets sick. I guess I'll check up on her later, but right now I might as well join the others at the park. Maybe Monica will have another game in mind. Maybe Natsuki made cupcakes again, and there will be some left for me. Maybe Yuri, has nicer clothes on." Wow. Yes. Might as well go and find out. Maybe I should look into the other girls. Like Yuri, for example. Because the thing is, Sayori and Monica are my first kind of choices, but, maybe people would like to see me kind of pursue one of the others. Like Yuri, maybe? I'm not sure. Oh no, I'm just here for the swimsuit fan service if there is any. To my surprise, the girls are not only in the park when I arrive, but are also at the same location. Guten Tag, everyone. You were Irish. I nearly forgot everything then. Oh. Or is Jürgen comrade? Hello there, Herr Glutfat. Can't say I'm surprised to see you again, dear sweet fellow. Did Sayori tell you about our little meeting? Yeah, she kinda did. I guess I shouldn't be surprised since they became close friends through the club. Where is she anyway, comrade? I share your concern, Natsuki. It's unlike her to miss our meeting without notice, that feckin' bitch. She sent me a text. Said she's feeling sick, yeah? Oh, most unfortunate. The dear sweet fellow. If that's the case, I'll check up on her later today. I guess Monica really does take good care of her. Don't take it at face value, Monica. It's not like she hasn't faked being sick to get out of something. Do you suppose she has any reason not to attend our current meeting? Beats me. I'm just saying. Why did she pretend to be sick? You mean when she missed school day? I don't know, maybe she didn't study for a big exam or something. That does sound like something she would do back then. There was this one occasion when she agreed to assist me in finding new clothing for spring. She notified me Try that again. She notified me after I'd been waiting on her for 10 minutes. Consequently, I couldn't go. Maybe she suddenly felt sick. The 2 girls look at Monica with an incredulous expression on their faces. Yes, that's something she would say. At least she didn't steal your food, right? I don't recall her doing that. Hello, don't you remember? She stole my cookie. Natsuki looked at me with the intent in her eyes to use me as a designated channel for venting. I was just about to bite down on it when she came up to me from behind and gave me a big hug. We remember this from the main game as well. Get this. She swooped down from behind me and snatched it out of my hand like some seagull. Natsuki's so engrossed in her own description of the events that she even imitates a seagull gliding with her hand. Natsuki, that's not very... thought not accurate. Even gave her my other cookie, and that was all. Natsuki's voice cracks and she abruptly stops mid-sentence. She looks away as if something came over her. Whatever, it doesn't matter anymore, comrade. I'm just glad she doesn't make those remarks she called jokes anymore. Doesn't she? She does? Anyways, Herr Glufag, do you have any obligations to tend to at the moment? Because in case you don't, you could stay a little longer than you did on Monday. Think it over for a moment, I really can't say I have something better to do. Or someone. Someone better to do. That sounds a bit weird, Herr Glufag. Just watch your phrasing there. I guess I could stay here. Wonderful, dear sweet fellow. Stay a while and listen. You might identify a topic that gets you interested in reading a book or even a tome. I have a feeling that even if one of them sat by my side and guided me through an entire book, the words on the pages wouldn't keep my attention from drifting off. Especially not if they only talk about those printed words. But hey, changed my mind. Now that's a good point to move on to something else. Right, Yuri? Me? Why me? Yuri looks away, but I can see her mouth curving into a meagre smile. Aren't you forgetting something, dear sweet Yuri? Yuri looks at Monika quizzically, as if she's waiting for a prompt to act. The books, Yuri. You said you brought 2 in case somebody else would like to read it too. Is this going to be like the main game again, where she, suddenly produces 2 books? Exactly the same story. He's like, oh yeah, I was just by the bookstore, I decided to get another copy. Yuri lets out a sigh as if she was about to take on a challenge. Yes, I did. I recently bought a new horror book, which you might like too, Herr Glufag. That's not the reason I bought it, though. I was going to buy one anyway. She lets out another sigh. Maybe she needs to rest a bit. That's spelt wrong there, merely. But, never mind. I merely went with a story that's been adapted into a video game. Or so I've heard. Perhaps it could be a good starting point for you to become involved in literature. I'm sorry if this is a bit too sudden. Don't sweat it, Yuri. What's the story about? Let's see. It takes place in a dystopian future where a new war broke society as we know it. A once bustling city became an unearthly concrete jungle that is now inhabited by ghoulish creatures roaming the ruins. The remains of the local populace are forced to live their lives in underground tunnels to escape the deadly radiation on the surface. However, even despite these most dire circumstances, humans can't escape their nature and squabble over what little remains of the feckin' bastards. It has elements of philosophy mixed into the post-apocalyptic concoction. However, the occasional fights might be the thing that will keep your attention. Saying, Herr Glufag like violence. Herr Glufag beats out of people. Philosophy mixed in, yeah. I like quotes from historical people. Not quite. That's the wrong voice. Completely. That's Sayori. What am I doing? Not quite. You see, the writer explores the effects of such a wretched existence on not only society, but the individuals coping with it day by day. As you can imagine, living in the darkness with little to no light, compared to the sunlit days we enjoy, is a terrifying fate that can drive almost anyone insane. A recurrent theme that skirts the border of coping and embracing insanity are the different cults that are present in the story. It is a rather negative approach to religion per se, although the book does not portray spirituality itself in a bad light. I only recently started to read it, so my description of it was only what I gathered from a few reviews. In case it piques your interest, I will gladly lend you one of my copies. That is if Monika's okay with you having it first. That's nice of you to offer it to me, Yuri. I'll think about it. I'm glad to hear that. In case you go for it, we could discuss it together. I guess we could, yeah. Though I haven't really had any discussions about books before. Hey, you'd have to show me how it's done before we go in deep. Get your mind out the gutter, girl. Just where you saw the blush come on her face. And I'll be honest, my mind went places as well. I would like that. Her voice got lower both in pitch and volume as she said that. She's nervously fiddling with her hair, unvisibly starts blushing. Just she always gets so excited when talking about books. Monika and Yuri changed the subject to some book I haven't heard about. Until they bring up something that was assigned to us in school or a story with a movie adaptation, I'm stuck with listening. Meanwhile, Natsuki fumbles around in her little bag and pulls out a cookie that's almost twice the size of her little hand. It's even bigger than my hand. The plastic wrapping makes loud crunchy sounds as she rips it open and unfolds it back to start nibbling on it. Just before she takes the first bite, she notices me eyeing a cookie. Why you look at me, comrade? Oh, sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. By the way, is that a chocolate chip cookie you have there? Yeah, it's fresh too. That sounds... I feel like I'm going Irish again here. That sounds delicious, yeah. It's actually my favourite. My mum used to make it all the time when I was still a kid. My mum too. She was great at all things cooking and baking. That must be great. It was. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to eat. Yeah? The disappointment in my tone was probably a little bit too obvious. It would be rude of me to ask directly, but I'd love to take a bite out of a cookie. Just by looking, I can almost feel the sweet flavour filling my mouth. She's going to say, here you go. Well, if it is your favourite, comrade, I guess we could share this one time in interests of proletariat of motherland. We go communist and share all cookies here. It's not like we're going to meet much after this anyway. You mean it, yeah? Well, I don't know if there will be any more meetings this summer. I mean sharing. Oh, here's your piece, now let me enjoy mine. Danke, Natsuki. You're welcome, comrade. Now shut up and let's eat. It's even better than I imagined it would be. Keeping a slow pace is proving to be a challenge, as the desire to have it all to myself is beating down on me. Licking my finger even, I always get a sensual feeling. I'm jolted back to reality after I realise Natsuki's giving me a weird look. Yeah, you get a sensual feeling just from licking your finger? I mean, you know what? Hey, Gloofang, I won't judge. We've all got our kinks, right? We all have our fetishes, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I feel pretty stupid. It was just her cookie after all. Finished with the conversation, Monica comes up to me with the same confidence everybody admires her for. Hey, Gloofang, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? As long as you're not trying to sell me something, I'm an open book. It's not like that, old fellow, don't worry. Do you remember the school festival? Yeah, it was okay. I didn't see you at our club's presentation, which isn't surprising given the numbers in attendance we had. That's actually related to what I want to ask you about. Seeing as you're an outsider, what's the impression you have of the club? The first thought that comes to my mind is it's full of cute girls from what I've seen, but I doubt that compliment would be received well. Well, you still seem like a cool bunch to me, and I'm still not excited about reading, so there's that. But you're probably talking about before I met you all. I don't know, it just sounded like a club for people who aren't fed up with reading after all the mandatory studying. Mandatory? That's a perspective I didn't consider. People tend to dislike things that are forced upon them, even if it's in their own best interest, don't they? I should really learn that lesson. You of all people, yeah? You seem more like a kind-hearted leader carrying all of her club members on a hand than a bossy boss. What were you about to say, Gloofang? I'm glad you view me that way, old sport. That's not really Shakespearean, but whatever. I'm just afraid I would abuse mind power if I'm pushed to the edge, you know. Dost thou know? But I probably couldn't do much harm, right? After all, I am just an innocent little high school girl. Now, Monica. Monica. No, you're not. Yeah, Maybe I just don't know her well enough yet, but there's something unusual about Monica putting herself down like that. Anyway, thank you for your gracious input. Don't mention it. Okay. Alright, she's going to probably set a task or something here. When you see her doing that pose, you know. Okay, everybody, how about we play the acronym game once more? Oh, count me in, yeah. Maybe you'll actually win this time, Herr Gloofang. Oh, come on. I don't want to be left out either. Fantastic, everybody is on board. Let us get started, shall we? Post-haste. Acronym game time, yeah. So hang on. This means I'm going to end up chatting up one of these girls, but not Sayori. NIMBY, that means not in my backyard, that does. Okay, right. Well, if we can't go for Sayori this time round, who should we go for instead? Maybe we should go for Yuri this time. See if we can get something interesting with her. Okay, let's do it. I feel like, oh, but then again, needless inscrutability makes blushing Yuri. I feel like, obviously, that's the Yuri answer. This will be the Natsuki answer, but what if I go for not in my backyard? Will that get Monica? Let me just try this. No, we didn't do anyone. Okay, right. Non-self-flushing waterfall. We know that that's actually not safe for work. That wasn't anyone either. That's normally rolling on the floor laughing. Rescued ordinary flying lemurs. Revoked original foreign literature. That's got to be a Yuri one, right? Yes! There you go. We're not really getting anyone at the moment. BFF, that's best friends forever, best friend fund, boyfriend figure. Well, I'd like to be a boyfriend figure, thank you, Yuri. ER, that's the emergency room. Emu rescue, that's probably the Natsuki one. Emergency rice, I'd imagine it's probably the Sayori one. Because, you know, she loves food and all that. Yeah, go that one. SFX, we had that one last time. Sound effects. Sulfur X, shrimp fryer X. Well, sound effects? That's nobody. OS for operating system, operating scalpel. There's two operating system ones. Scalpel, do you reckon that's Yuri? Because the whole thing about her cutting herself? I knew it would be. UFO, urgent flower offer. Unidentified flying object. Unsalted flamingo omelette. Right, so this one at the bottom feels like a Sayori one. Top one, probably Natsuki. Yeah, go with that one. I don't know, would you... I don't know, maybe... Should I be trying for the Sayori answers? Is this going to potentially screw up the Sayori route? I don't know, because she's not here. So I feel like maybe it wants me to go with one of the other girls, I'm not sure. Artificial intelligence, adrenaline injection. Ah, yes. Knew that would be a Yuri. Piece of water, piece of waffle. Prisoner of war. Well, we got a few Yuris there, so maybe we'll find something going on with Yuri. I don't know. Who knows, maybe we will. As the game concludes on Monica announces Sevilla. Scanning the other girls' faces, I noticed the shyness being replaced by intrigue in Yuri's eyes. It's turned out to be much more enjoyable than the one we played on Monday, Monica. I didn't spend that much time with her on Monday because I had to leave early, but looking over at this moment, there are two things of equal importance that is most eye-catching. On the one hand, she has a mature mindset that's aroused by topics which are rarely touched upon. On the other hand, I feel a certain passion hid beneath her veil of timidness. Experiencing both of them at the same time would be a lot of fun. Would you like to have another go at it? Most certainly. No thanks, comrade. I get where Natsuki's coming from. Maybe another time, Herr Glupfak. Maybe another time. There's a minute of silence between us. Yuri's the one who interrupts it. She reminisces over her books they read during the school year. I never was much of a reader, but it wouldn't hurt to listen in for a bit, and maybe I can join in at some point. So what do you think about the twist halfway through the story? I wouldn't say it came out of the blue, but the build-up to it was well executed. The characters were established just enough to get you invested. Maybe the pacing was a little too quick. The youngest girl's backstory felt like it was lacking proper explanation. Maybe the author intended to leave it to the reader's imagination. Perhaps. I have to say I liked how the writer conveyed a sense of foreboding right on the day of the twist. It was as if the world went silent and all the focus was aimed at an unavoidable tragedy. That one line before the big reveal really stayed with me. I'm always just trying to think, is there a connection back to the main storyline of the actual game? My apologies, I forgot you haven't read it yet, Herr Glufak. I didn't read it either, comrade. Ah, you're right. I'm sorry. Didn't you say you're not going to read horror novels, Natsuki? Oh yeah, da, comrade, but I can change mind, can't I? I saw, yeah, that little glance there. I catch Natsuki glancing at me for a moment. I decide to take the hint and act upon it. Oh, this is like the... yeah. This is like the storyline of the main game all over again, or the dialogue, rather. I read a horror book once. Oh? Care to elaborate, Herr Glufak? It's about this young guy, The protagonist is just a few years older than us. The story is set in a post-apocalyptic future. Basically, it's set after nuclear bombs were dropped, Everybody he knows has to live in underground tunnels to survive. They have to fight back monsters, and only a few people go to the surface because it's so dangerous. Are you describing the plotline of Metro 2033 or something here? I don't know. Metro 2033, interestingly, ladies and gentlemen, I actually have on Steam. I bought a disc copy of it years and years ago, but unfortunately back then my PC wasn't powerful enough to handle it, and I never played it. Maybe one day I'll play that on the channel. Who knows? He follows the protagonist on his journey to deliver a message to another underground community. Meanwhile, he has dark blurry visions that involves the monsters. That's about as much as I can recall off the top of my head. That's the thing, actually. Metro 2033, the video game, is actually based on a novel, isn't it? By Dmitry Glukovsky. Yeah. Maybe he's talking about that. I'm just hoping not to get called out for reciting the story of a shooter game I played. God damn it. He is talking about Metro 2033. Bloody hell, Herr Glufak. Well, come on, Herr Glufak, you can turn this round. It is based on a novel, that game. God, now I want to install that and actually play it. Because obviously my current PC will be able to handle that. Oh, Herr Glufak. I didn't expect us to have similar taste in literature. Am I wrong to assume that the story implied that the monsters were just living beings like us humans? Crap, did she play the same game? Oh yeah, how did you know? It was just an assumption. That's a recurring trope in some of the novels I read. They, the monsters, the non-humans, are set up as natural enemies of us. In the end, the protagonist has an epiphany about how much alike we are to them. Or even are the same on some level. Not that we are the monsters. Don't worry, I think I get your point, yeah. I didn't even think of that. I just wanted to play video games. Oh, Yuri, I'm sure the last thing on Herr Glufak's mind is that any of us are monsters. Aha! Ah, indeed. After a brief pause, Yuri checks the time. I'm sorry, but I have to go now. Come on, it's not every day that we meet like this, Yuri. Not anymore, that is. I would love to stay, but I promised my mother we would go visiting. I'm just glad that I get to spend time with her. I hope you can understand. I'm sure we all do. Family first, right? She looks visibly dejected. Is she really going to miss Yuri's that much? Surely they can hang out some other day as well. Now that I think about it, it would be nice to hang out with Yuri hang out with Yuri more than last time. Maybe I can ask her if she's okay with me walking with her for a bit. Yeah, I have to go as well. Why now, all of a sudden? I just have to take care of some stuff at home, yeah. If you have another meeting, I'll make sure I have enough time. Bye. It was nice having you here. Stay safe, Herr Glufak. Yuri said goodbye as well, and we leave nearly at the same time. Once we're out at the park, we match our pace and start talking again. Hey Yuri, are you taking the bus? Oh yeah, why'd you ask? Oh, I was just going to say bye if you aren't. I'm taking the van just outside the park entrance. Is that so? Me too. By coincidence, that's fucking amazing. Sorry if you felt uncomfortable with us chatting amongst ourselves. Nine, it was awesome meeting you. Me? Ah, all of you. That includes you, Yuri. You in particular. Ah, I'm a smooth talker. I'm from the Germany. Where we're all smooth talkers. I see, you fucking bastard. Let's get on that bus. The bus arrives after a minute or two. There's only a few seats available. Look, there are 2 seats next to each other. Would you like to sit next to the window? Oh yeah, thank you. I'll let her in first and take my seat by her side. Boxing her in. This surely won't make her feel uncomfortable, yeah? I can't sit silently next to such an attractive girl. I have no topic, and I must speak. So, do you have hobbies not related to literature? I do, but, well... Is it something hard to explain, yeah? Oh yeah, it is. She says that with the voice raised nervously. A few passengers look at us. I'm sorry. Let me get my thoughts together. I used to play volleyball. Ooh. Maybe we can go to the beach, have some swimsuit fan service and play beach volleyball. How's that sound? Sorry, am I... is my slightly more perverse side starting to just shine through a little bit? That's cool, but why did you stop with it? There was an incident. Here, Glufak, look, do you see that bookstore? What about it, yeah? Well, I like to buy books there, yeah. I might check it out if you say it's good. Maybe I'll find something worth talking about. That's not... I mean, if you want to discuss literature, then I'm sure all the club members are eager to listen. Yeah, I guess I could finish a book for when school starts again. I say I could, not that I want to. You don't have to wait that long. We're going to have another meeting in the near future, I'm sure of it. Oh, can you tell? I'm sorry, I have to go now. This is my stop. Well, it was nice talking with you, Yuri. I'll see you next time, I guess. Farewell, Herr Glufak, you feckin' bastard. My journey home continues for a few more minutes before I get off the bus too. I'm not in a hurry to get home, so I keep a comfortable pace and think about today's events. Even the way Yuri says goodbye conveys elegance. Man, I'm starting to feel the need to grab a firm book and do some thorough discussing. can actually get into the habit of reading. Worst case scenario is that I get some experience outside my comfort zone. It's worth a try at least. It's not like I would do it just to impress Yuri. Sayori would probably appreciate it too if I went out of my comfort zone. Did you not say you were going to visit her at the end of the day, Herr Glutvac? I hope she'll be back for the next meeting. After all, if it wasn't for her, I would have never met these girls. Daydreaming aside, I have to figure out what kind of book I'd be actually willing to read. Oh, nope, we're going straight to the next day. To Thursday, ladies and gents. But I think we're going to wrap this episode up here. I've been recording there for, I don't know, about 25 minutes. Somewhere around there. Oh, copyright music coming in. So, yes, we'll wrap up here then. So, hope you'll join me for part 5. Again, I might actually start recording that straight away, to be honest, because I like to block record things. So, Facebook and Twitter links down below. Propagandist channel link as well. If you're interested in seeing me do anime content, I really need to get around to uploading some more stuff on there. I always say that, but then I forget to do so. I get distracted. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. But in the meantime, signing off now. Goodbye, all. I should be able to. Actually, I shouldn't. No. I need to move it elsewhere, don't I? This way. Come on, round here. Oh. Hey, what are you doing over there? Seriously, come over here. Right, so if I shove it right there. Come on. Give me the key. Give me the key. Damn it. Give me the fucking key. Why can't I get the key? Come here. Okay, I knew you were gonna fucking do something. Oh shit. 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 Shit.